Good evening, traveler. Come, let us leave the noise of your world behind. Tonight, we journey to a place far beyond the reach of any telescope, a planet known to the star shepherds as Mnemos. Mnemos does not orbit a sun in the way you might understand. It drifts through the quiet, dark spaces between galaxies, warmed by the internal light of its own heart. And on its surface, there is a garden, not of flowers or of trees, but of memories. Here, on the plains of shimmering, soft soil, live a people called the Weavers. They are tall, gentle beings, with skin the color of twilight and fingers, as long and delicate as starlight. They are the caretakers, for on Mnemos, every memory ever lived by every creature on the planet, from the smallest dew glider to the oldest weaver, does not fade. It crystallizes. It becomes a tangible thing, a shard of light you can hold in your hand. The Garden of Memories is the weaver's sacred trust. Billions upon billions of glowing crystals, each one a moment of life. There are the brilliant, fiery orange crystals of joy, the deep, tranquil blues of peaceful moments, and the soft, pearlescent whites of profound love. The weavers walk the garden paths, their feet making no sound, tending to the memories, feeling the shared history of their world humming in the very air they breathe. Our story begins with the oldest of the weavers, a gentle soul named Elara. Her own memory crystals, which she kept in a small pouch at her side, were countless and shone with a soft, steady light. One evening, as the great nebula on the horizon cast its purple glow across the garden, Elara felt a subtle shift, a cold spot in the warm hum of the garden. Her heart, a slow and steady drum, skipped a beat. She followed the feeling of emptiness to the very center of the garden, to the heart of their history. There, on a pedestal of pure obsidian, was meant to be the first light, the first memory, the very first moment the weaver species, young and new, had opened their collective eyes and witnessed the twin suns that once warmed their ancient homeworld, long before they began their great drift through the void. It was their origin, their beginning, and the pedestal was empty. The brilliant, foundational memory, the one that held the light of their dawn, was gone. A gasp, soft as falling dust, echoed among the other weavers as they gathered. A memory had never been lost. Faded, yes, but never taken. Elara knew there was only one place such a powerful memory could have been drawn to. Beyond the warmth of the garden lay the echoing wastes. This was the place where memories, over eons, finally faded. It was not a sad place, but a place of quiet release, where the energy of a memory would return to the planet. The ground was covered in gray, lightless dust, the remains of forgotten moments. But the weavers had legends, whispers of creatures born from the dust of memories that had faded in sorrow or fear. Creatures of emptiness that craved the light of whole memories. They called them the Whispers. Elara, taking only a single, small crystal of her own, a memory of pure courage, stepped out of the garden and into the cool silence of the wastes. The air here did not hum. It was utterly still. The only light came from the distant nebulae in the sky and the small, brave orange glow of the crystal in her hand. She walked for a long time, her gentle feet sinking into the gray dust. She saw the faint outlines of forgotten things, the ghost of a child's laughter, the fading echo of a sad farewell. It was a place of profound melancholy, and she felt a deep compassion for the moments that had been lost to time. Finally, she felt it again. That cold spot, that emptiness. It was coming from a dark cave, carved into a low hill of dust. Inside, she saw it. The Whisper. It was not a monster. It was a creature of shadow and dust, vaguely shaped like a weaver but with no features, no face. It was a hole in the world, and clutched in its center, a desperate attempt to feel warmth, was the brilliant, stolen memory of the first light. The Whisper was consuming its glow, feeding on that ancient joy. Elara did not feel anger. Looking at the creature of emptiness, she felt a profound pity. It was not evil, it was just empty, alone, a being made of forgetting. Slowly, she approached. The Whisper recoiled, clutching the stolen memory tighter. Elara stopped. She took out her own small orange crystal of courage, and then she did something unexpected. She held it out, an offering. The Whisper hesitated. Then, with a trembling, dusty hand, it reached out and touched her memory. Instead of taking it, Elara pushed the memory's feeling into the Whisper, the feeling of standing up to a great fear, the warmth of bravery. And then, she reached into her own mind and offered a new memory, fresh and pure, the feeling of compassion she felt for the lonely creature right at that very moment, a memory of not being alone. The Whisper shuddered. A soft, low hum, the first sound it had ever made, filled the cave. The blinding light of the first light crystal was too much for it now. It no longer needed that overwhelming joy, because it now had a small, warm light of its own. Its dusty fingers uncurled, releasing the first light. The ancient memory drifted gently from the Whisper and floated towards Elara, who accepted it with a grateful nod. The Whisper, no longer a void, but a being with a single, precious memory, curled up in the back of the cave, its new, soft orange glow, a tiny star in the darkness. Elara returned to the Garden of Memories just as the nebulae began to brighten for the new day. She placed the first light back on its obsidian pedestal. Its glow seemed even warmer now, brighter, as if enriched by its journey. The hum of the garden returned to its full, peaceful chorus. The weavers learned a great lesson that day, that even the forgotten deserves compassion, that you cannot fight emptiness with anger, but only with a gift, a new memory, a new light, however small. And so, on Mnemos, in the Garden of Living History, the weavers continue their watch, their light now a little wiser, a little warmer. Perhaps there's a garden of memories within you, as well. Tend to it kindly, and now, traveler, sleep well.